showing here. My name is Cathy, and I am speaking on behalf of the current High School Teachers Association leadership. To say we are disappointed in the bargaining process for the 22-23 contract reopener would be an understatement. When the district is receiving an unprecedented increase of 13.2% in ongoing money, the association's 10% ask is not unreasonable, and it is certainly not unearned. Our members have worked diligently despite ongoing criticism over policies that are beyond their control, such as COVID protocols, testing, curriculum, and learning loss. Teachers are navigating special ed reconfigurations, increasing their planning and grading time to accommodate multiple shadow sections in the same periods, running clubs and other extracurricular activities for students, often for minimal or no additional compensation. They are incorporating SEL lessons and PBIS MTSS, which often means handling more severe discipline issues in the classroom. These are just some of the additional things that have been added to their plates in the past few years. Still, they continue to work on giving students the best education possible. Educators and nurses were a main factor in getting this district through COVID. Teachers learned new technology platforms in a matter of weeks and adapted all their courses, for some teachers 5 different preps, in order to continue student instruction through the COVID closure, while also balancing having their own children or working family members at home at the same time. Nurses handled COVID testing and contact tracing on top of their other duties, sometimes making hundreds of phone calls a week. Teachers balanced providing lessons online and in person at the same time when schools reopened. Our members handled the return of students, many of whom came back with little recollection of how to be in a classroom, while also dealing with the social, emotional, and academic issues resulting from being out of school for over a year. Teachers appreciated the one-time stipend for extra work during COVID, but the workload has not diminished since we returned. What we thought would be a simple contract reopener became a mess. When inflation is at or above 9%, when the district is getting an unprecedented ongoing increase to the LCFF of over 13%, when teachers are taking stress leave or leaving the profession altogether in record numbers, when the district has to ask at every board meeting for waivers to hire under-credentialed teachers to keep bodies in classrooms, when the additional asks of educators far outweigh the gives, for the district to make an initial offer of 6.5% and then come back with an 8.5% offer is insulting. The question of optics, or how it would look if the district were to give educators a 10% increase to cover COLA and inflation, has been raised by some. How it looks? You mean how it looks to support the people who work with students every day with a fair and reasonable salary increase that provides a COLA and helps educators keep up with inflation, when the state added money to the school budget in an augmented COLA for exactly that purpose? How it looks to provide a full cost of living increase to the employees who are stretched so thin that they are taking their personal days off to get caught up on work? How it looks to show that you respect and appreciate your employees enough to give them the raise that they deserve and that the district can afford? If there's a concern about how it looks, then please consider how it looks when superintendents negotiate contracts that are 2 to 3 times higher than the district's most experienced teachers, and also include automatic increases in compensation if other employee groups get them. Consider how it looks when, after giving those contracts, additional administrators are hired to help them better do their jobs. Consider how it looks when, in reports to the public, the district states that staff have been trained on issues like fentanyl use and opioid addiction, and then school sites are left scrambling to actually have the aforementioned training. Consider how it looks when the district has classes of 40 to 50, where students don't all have seats if everyone shows up to class on any given day because desks for every student won't fit in the classrooms. Consider how it looks when the superintendent has someone sending emails out on their behalf, but rarely communicates with site employees to make sure everyone has what they need to adequately do their job. Consider how it looks when the district doesn't have an accurate list of employees for every work site or in every work classification. Consider how it looks when the school site staff have no idea who the district leadership are because those leaders have rarely been out to campuses, and when they are, rarely leave the school's front offices. Consider how it looks when teachers have to take supplemental assignments or second jobs after school to support their families. Consider how it looks when district office personnel are allowed to work from home. When other employees who are on work sites every day can't get issues or their work done because they can't get a hold of the employees who can handle those issues because they're not in the office. Consider how it looks when school sites can't buy supplies for site activities and school programs because it takes the district 3 to 4 weeks to process purchase orders, or when those purchase orders aren't accepted by vendors and stores, or when site employees are told they can't use certain vendors on a certain list because the previous POs to those vendors haven't been paid yet. Consider how it looks when a teacher attending a district meeting accidentally walks into the wrong room and finds a fully catered breakfast from an outside vendor for a principal's meeting, but the teacher meeting next door is serving bowls of candy for snacks. Consider how it looks when the district seems more concerned about checking off boxes than finding out if what they are implementing actually helps students. Consider how it looks when liability seems to override sanity, requiring employees to watch videos that are completely unrelated to their job duties. For example, what types of insect traps are safe to use in classrooms, and what the difference is between sanitizing and disinfecting. Consider how it looks when some administrators can't be effective because they lack knowledge on things as basic as the contract. Consider how it looks when the solution to saving money is not supporting the people who work directly with students and then using the money to reduce administrative workload. Regardless of how it looks, has anyone even considered how it feels to the employees? It feels like we are not appreciated. It feels like we are not supported. It feels like we aren't a priority. It feels like the district cares more about how it looks and not enough about how it actually is. The district and association should be working together to best serve students. Our members, whose needs are met, are better able to meet the needs of the students they work with. Instead of working together, our members find themselves in an adversarial relationship with the district whose response to problems and issues on the school site is to do nothing and hope it goes away. Instead of being concerned about how giving your educators a well-earned increase would look, please consider all of the positive photo ops of activities, community service, awards, and accolades the district receives because of these educators' work with students. Consider how the district will look without their help when they end up leaving because they don't feel supported or appreciated. If the concern is really about how it looks, then please consider how it looks to us. It looks like the district office is more important than the classroom. It looks like administrators are more deserving than teachers and site personnel, and it looks like the appearance of saving dollars is more important than the reality of supporting students. We have all of these teachers here. We have a lot of people who couldn't be here because of families, but you guys have heard from teachers, it's not about if you have the money, it's about where the priorities are. So please consider sending the bargaining table back, or us back to the bargaining table so that we can get the raise that we truly deserve.